Hey everybody, DaveTheFoxMage here with the final episode of Hell Revealed. Alright, so map 30. And if I remember correctly, this is an Icon of Sin fight. Okay, let's not grab everything just in case I need it. Whoa, invuln. Okay. You gave me this nice invuln. I feel like I'm kind of wasting it. Oh. Alright, yep, just your basic, Oh man, forgot to hit the switch. There is part of me that actually has learned to appreciate... Oh, jeez. Part of me has learned to appreciate the Icon of Sin fights. No, 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 Archie. No, no. Alright. No, 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 I'm trapped. Okay, I need to deal with, like, some of these guys. That was hideously inefficient. Archie, though, you need to be dealt with. Seriously? Alright. Grab that. No, 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 no. Seriously? Alright. Getting blocked. Okay. There we go. Got too close to the explosion. Doesn't matter though. Alright, with 3,100% kills, pretty satisfied. Okay, so now we have this. I believe this just kind of... Yeah, this is just the normal thing. Alright. that background. Alright, well, I guess just kind of give my final thoughts here. Overall, it was not as bad as I was prepared for. And I know that's kind of a weird way to start this. But I know Hell Revealed is kind of considered like almost the Rubicon for Doom tubers. But honestly, on I'm Too Young to Die, not really as difficult as I was expecting. And also a lot of the complaints that people have on UV with Baron spam and things like that really aren't present in on lower difficulties. So that was actually really refreshing. One thing, unfortunately, that does stick around, though, are the unclear progression, the flipping the switch, and, okay, where do I go from here? One thing I will say is that, and this is just kind of something, as I was getting ready to... Okay, that's getting annoying. Alright, as I was getting ready for the final... Stop that. As I was getting ready for the final map here, and I was going to be giving my final thoughts, I was kind of trying to figure out, like, okay, do I go level by level and say, like, you know, what I thought of each one? And the more I tried to do that, the more I realized that, okay, with Sunlust, and to a lesser degree, Nostalgia, each level was very distinct, and there was, like, you know, like even now, I could sit down and I could probably individually remember most maps from Sunlust, because they were just visually distinct, and each one kind of had its own like flair to it. And I didn't really get that with Hell Revealed. A lot of the levels just kind of blurred together, at least in my mind. Which is a shame, because there are some, like, there are individual rooms I remember. For example, the room with the ring of all the Hell Knights, and then down below you had the Arachnotrons and the Archie. Like, that room was really memorable, and that room was really cool. I actually really enjoyed that fight. But if you ask me what map that was in, I would actually have to go back and watch all the videos to remember. I couldn't tell you, just loading into the start of the map, I couldn't tell you, oh, this is the one that has that. They just kind of, like I said, they just kind of blurred together a little bit for me. Would I recommend this map? Honestly, I would. And the reason I would is, especially if you are getting into like older maps and things like that, there's a lot of stuff here that you see with older maps that, you know, this kind of helps prepare you for, I guess. But also, it is just kind of a neat like piece of history as far as Doom maps and stuff, though. Now, did I find this as enjoyable as Sunlust, Nostalgia? Why am I drawing the blank on? Fractured Worlds. No, I did not find this nearly as enjoyable as those. However, actually, also Scythe. I really didn't find, like... Okay, anyway, before I ramble too much. But, Okay, just gonna work through the last ones of these here. Doopy-doopy-doo. There we go. But I think the big thing is just that I do recommend this largely. Okay, so from in the music world, there are a fair number of people that, you know, aren't really fond of Elvis Presley, but I can't think of anybody that would not recommend you giving it a listen, because it's like, you know, whether or not you enjoy his music, he paved the way for a lot of people that followed him, kind of a thing. And in a lot of ways, Hell Revealed, you kind of see some of that same, like, you can see elements of what was coming in this, and from that alone, it's kind of just like I said, a neat piece of history. But anyway, that's kind of my wrap up on Hell Revealed. So now what comes next? I've been debating, I'm kind of leaning toward ITYTD. Unless something sways my opinion in the next week. But yeah, kind of thinking I might try that out, which will be fun, because that's the first WOD I've done or will have done that actually adjusts anything with weapons. I've only done ones that are just new maps so far, so that'll be interesting, and we'll see how easily I adjust. But for now, I think. Much like Doom Guy, I'm going to go and maybe lay down, relax a bit. But hope everybody enjoyed watching. As always, I enjoyed playing, and I'll see everybody next time. See ya!